Good morning YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. And if you've landed on this video, welcome back to my wellness journey for the year of 2025 and hopefully even longer than that. So I'm going to start off by saying thank you to everybody who watched my last video. Got 96 views, so that's an increase on the video the previous week, which is lovely. To try and hit triple figures on that would be really nice for this week, but we'll see how we go. So weight update is I have not lost any weight, I have not gained any weight, I have maintained this week. Don't know how to feel about it, because obviously I've put more effort in and not got the results, which annoys me because last week I put less effort in and got the results, and things like that have always made me trip up in the past. So I'm going to try and not let it get to me too much. So I left last week's video saying that I was going to focus on trying to obtain my 10,000 steps a day. That's exactly what I went away and did, apart from a couple of days which you shall see. So let's just start off by going through what I walked this week, what my step counts were per day this week. So again, I will leave them on the screen for you here or here. I can't never remember which way round it is. But yeah, it's a definite increase on what had been done last week. So I'll start it as Wednesday because I class this as my first day of my new wellness week or whatever. So we did 4,454 steps. Thursday was 9,477. Friday was 8,185. Saturday, 20,248. Now, that's amazing. If I could do one of those every weekend, every week, that would be perfect. Sunday, we've got 7,393. Monday, 7,488. And then Tuesday, 6,945, which brings my total to 64,190. So out of a possible 70,000 steps for the week, I fell short by 5,810, which is so much better than the previous week. And I've actually increased my total step count for the whole week by 18,567 steps, which is really, really good. It's an improvement. So I've got the steps side by side in correlation to the last week. I'm not going to deep dive too much into this, but I just find it interesting. So Wednesdays, I don't go for my morning walk because I come back home to film to make sure that that gets all done and edited by the time I need to go and collect my youngest from nursery, because he doesn't do a full day. He only does the mornings. Thursday was a little bit of an increase. Friday, a little bit of an increase. Saturday, now this was where I would go and play Pokemon with my friends. It doesn't happen every weekend like this. This was a particularly a type of an event where you have to walk around a lot to make what you're doing achievable. I decided to walk into town, walk around for 3 hours playing the game, and then walk back from town. So that's why that was a massive increase. And obviously the previous week on the Saturday, I had family over and we were drinking Prosecco from 10 o'clock in the morning. So obviously it's going to be wildly different. The Sunday, however, it decreased, which annoyed me a little bit because it was absolutely lashing down with rain all day, and we were actually in the middle of what was classed as a storm. And I got up, put my wellies on, put my waterproof on, and went out because all I wanted to do was just curl up and read my book. So the fact that I made a conscious effort to go out and do a walk and still end up with less steps than I did the previous week has annoyed me a little bit, but it is what it is. The Monday I've increased it, but I don't go for my walk on the Monday either, because I drop the kids to school, go straight to do my food shop. By the time I've done my food shop, brought it home, packed it in the cupboards, sat down, had my breakfast, which is a late breakfast, and a cup of coffee, it's basically half an hour then before I have to go and pick up my youngest from nursery. So it is what it is. And then Tuesday, yeah, I increased it. And I knew I wasn't on track to have a good day of steps, even though I had gone for my walk. It was just a really horrible way to end the week. I will show you a little clip here of me like almost having to like, you know, force myself to do my walk yesterday because the weather was just that pants again. And like, I really am not enjoying going for walks in the morning when it's absolutely lashing down with rain. It's not enjoyable. So it's all blurry because you're inside a plastic bag, because I'm about to go outside on the most dreariest, rainiest walk of the week yet so far. Just thought I'd do this little vlog entry because it's Tuesday, so the last day of walking, because I'm not going to be walking Wednesday because that's when I do my filming and my editing. Yeah, no. No, I don't like it. I don't want to do it in the rain, but I'm going to go and do it anyway because I've had low step counts the last couple of days due to either being busy, the weather's been really bad, I'm on my periods. So yeah, just thought I'd let you know. It is what it is. But yeah, an increase of 18,567 steps, put the effort in. I've had a good week-ish, mostly. I would say about an 80 to 85% on track week food-wise. There was one evening where I didn't track my food because I'd planned a recipe to have and then didn't work out what the calories were and had 2 servings of it rather than 1 serving. On that same day, I had eaten out for breakfast in the morning, not really intending to. I'd last minute decided to go to like a Beyblade event. Throwback. If you remember Beyblades, then let me know in the comments down below. I'd gone to a Beyblade demo. I hadn't eaten breakfast because I hadn't given myself enough time to do that in the morning to then get to this Beyblade event on time. And I ended up eating at the event, which was a vegan cooked breakfast. And although that compiled of a lot of vegetables, I'm pretty sure it's obviously like deep fried in a lot of oils and things like that. So obviously I didn't track the calories for that. I didn't track the calories from in the evening as well. So there's that, could be a contributing factor. And the third and final contributing factor to this would be that I'm on my period. I started that on Monday, so I'm on like day 3 of my period now. It never used to affect my weight loss. It never used to give me this sort of like 3 weeks of declining weight, and then the week that I was on my period, we'd go back up a little bit. That has never happened to me prior to having Hamish, my second child. And I found as I've gotten older, my periods have gradually gotten worse, particularly after having my last child, my son. So whether that's an age thing or it's because I've had another child thing, or do you know what I mean? Who knows? Like, there's not really enough information studied on the female anatomy and cycle that's like public domain. Like, you really have to go hunting for it in like the back like corners of the internet, and even then it's like this is just a study, nothing's been like proven. You've got to kind of like read through like lab reports and stuff like that to make head or tail of it. And it's not really my thing I enjoy to do. Do you know what I mean? I need some information that's kind of like there and is like bite-sized chunks for me to be able to understand. But yeah, that was my week in a nutshell. With regards to mushrooms, still taking them, still a little bit forgetful at times. It is what it is. I am getting them done, but like not when I would like to get them done, if that's making sense. I think there's been one time in this past week where I've forgotten to take the evening one completely, but other than that I've managed to get the other ones in, which is fine. Do I think that they've affected my periods? So my periods are completely on time. It's like it said, it came when it said it was going to be, which is something I've noticed. I am more regular these days. The older I've gotten, the more regular I am. A little bit painful on evening one of day one of my periods. I got to the point of the day where I was like, yeah, I really need to sit down now. My body's screaming at me. It's like quite painful. But other than that, I haven't had any pain yesterday. I haven't had any pain today. Everything seems to be like slowing down now anyway, even though we're on day 3, which is good because sometimes they can last 5, 6, 7 days, which has been, you know, normal for me in the past. So to think that we're nearly done by like, you know, the middle of day 3 or the morning of day 3, I'm fine with that. So that's all, you know, good things. I wouldn't say my skin's any different, any worse, any better, nor my hair. Again, it's too early to really tell things like this. But yeah. So we are, the 29th of January. So in 3 days' time, when it's payday, we get to choose some more supplements to buy and to bring in on board to our journey. I've already got an idea of what I would like to buy. I just haven't totaled up the price because everything fluctuates. Like there could be like a Valentine's Day deal in the next couple of days, or there could be like a flash sale on the weekend, or something could happen like that, you know. So I'm not going to actually look at the prices and deals that they've got on until February the 1st. But I would like to buy some magnesium because I know that that is supposed to be really, really, really good, particularly for a female. I think it makes or controls every single hormone in the female body. Not sure about men. Any information that like is for men about these supplements, I do tend to scroll past purely just because it's irrelevant to me. Whether that's the right or wrong thing to do, I don't know. Take from that what you will. Obviously, if you are a bloke and you want to know about the supplements I'm taking, then you need to go ahead and do your own research and see if they're beneficial for men. But I'm trying to get stuff that's beneficial for my female body. So that's that. There's another mushroom I do want to add into the mix, and there's also some shilajit that I want to add into the mix. And you can buy this shilajit either in like this sort of like resiny form that you kind of like pick out of like the tub that it's in or whatever, or you can buy it in like mushroom powder form. So I'm gonna buy it in the mushroom powder form, purely because I know what I'm doing with that. It's easy. I can just add it into my porridge or whatever. So those are the things I'm looking at for now. Financially, if I can afford more, I will get more because there are other things I want. I want a vitamin D. I think I was looking at like Irish sea moss and things like that. But like we'll talk about those more when I actually have them in my hands and what I've got, etc. So I was thinking of a nice little goal to do for this week, taking it away from physical activity, kind of mix it up a bit. I will try and maintain my 10,000 steps, my morning walks and things like that. Or if I can try and incorporate them differently into my routine, because I was just going to the same place and walking around the same green area every morning. And I was like, it was actually a lot of a shorter walk than I had imagined in my head. So I feel like I needed like a little bit more, but then I did enjoy the fact that it didn't take me very long and then I could just continue on with the rest of my day. So this week, we are going to be talking or focusing on recipes. So I have an abundance of recipe books. This is a Pinch of Nom one. It's really old and really used, so much so that like the cover's falling off. This is my most used recipe book. It's not strictly vegan, but you can veganize a lot of the stuff. But I do just tend to stick to like the same recipes. So there's one that we have that I can just easily turn to it in the book because it just basically falls open. And we call this green soup because it basically is green soup. So it's broccoli and cheddar. We have that every Monday without fail because it's a soup and I can make it in the soup maker. And Monday nights are a longer evening for us because we don't get in until about 7 o'clock in the evening because Holly's got an after school club. We have, I would call this a child's cookbook. It is more geared to children. It's very easy to follow, but it is strictly vegan. So the recipes in this are lovely, but they're getting boring because we've used them on repeat quite a lot. I think we've had one from this book for about 3 weeks running now. And then there are other ones in this book that I want to cook, I do enjoy, but I know that like either Holly or Hamish or both won't enjoy them. So we've got this one. We've got Bosch. So I love these guys, Henry and Ian. They are like the founders of Bosch, the brand, and all of their recipe books are just straight up vegan. They've also got recipes online and things like this. But I do prefer to use recipes from a recipe book rather than recipes from online. I don't know why, but when I'm cooking, I find I get much more stressed or I don't know, make a lot more mistakes if I'm following a recipe from my phone rather than from a book. So there's that. Beautiful, stunning recipes in here. We've got, this is a signed copy as well. Didn't even know it was going to be a signed copy when I got it, and you can tell it's signed because you can see all the smudging. So we've got beautiful recipes in here. We've got like poultry style recipes. We've got beef, we've got fish, we've got cheese. What else do we have? Loads of yummy stuff, but what would I say? It tends to be not calorie friendly, which is okay for my journey as it stands right now, because I've only set my Fitness Pal to calculate my daily calories for losing half a kilo a week. Because obviously we are in the middle of winter. I don't want to go hard and be like, right, calculate my calories that I can have daily to make me lose 1 kilo a week. Like, I'm not ready for that. I will wait for that in springtime and stuff. So, you know, it's okay to use for now. Then we've got a Slimming World Vava Vegan recipe book. I actually haven't used this for a long time, but what I would say about some Slimming World recipes is they're very bland and not that nice. I don't know who they get to create their recipes, but they need to find somebody else, basically. Got another Bosch on a budget. This is one of their ones that they did with a paperback, because obviously on a budget it made it cost less. I don't know about this one, to be perfectly honest. It's basically about like batch cooking and using the same base of a recipe to then create different recipes. Came with that. I tried 3 or 4 different curries from this book and they all tasted the same. Not that fussed on that one, to be perfectly honest. Got another Pinch of Nom one here, the Everyday Light. I did have the green one, but I sold it because I was bored of it and now I regret it. Kind of want it back. So we don't use this one half as much as I do the original blue Pinch of Nom book. Some of the recipes in here, they're good, but they don't transfer like to vegan. And some of the recipes in here are just like cabbage rolls. It's like, what are you making? You're like making a tomato-y type of sauce with like, it's basically minced beef that then you wrap up inside the cabbage leaves. And I'm like, there ain't no one in my family that's going to be eating that. Like, I would eat that begrudgingly. Like, I'd probably eat it and be like, yeah, okay, that was okay. But like, I wouldn't think, oh yeah, I'm really looking forward to my dinner tonight. Like, I need to satisfy my eyeballs at the same time, and my brain. Like, it needs to look yummy, sound yummy, but be like realistic within its calories. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and there are some salads that totally do that. If like you think, oh, I'm gonna have a salad for my dinner tonight, you think, what, iceberg lettuce, tomato, cucumber, maybe a bit of pepper if you're feeling bougie. And I just cannot stand it when people think that like equates to a salad, and I'm like, that's not a salad at all. Like, a salad to me, I'm missing a Bosch book here. Oh no, it's right here. A salad to me, I will show you now, is more like what I would call a Buddha bowl. So that to me is a salad. So in here you've got rice, broccoli, green beans, mixed beans, chili, spinach, cherry tomatoes, cashew nuts, hummus, hot sauce, and then a dressing that you've made yourself from garlic, ginger, olive oil, sesame oil, and soy sauce. That to me is a salad, not an iceberg lettuce and a cucumber and anything like that. So my goal was, I'm bored of these. My goal is to double goal it, really. Not really. Is to go to a charity shop every day this week. So maybe like pick one charity shop every day, like a different one. Walk there. So I'm getting my 10,000 steps in as well. Not 10,000, but like working towards my 10,000 steps. Look for a recipe book, buy it, and then use something from it the following week. Now, recipe books in charity shops probably go for like 50p to a pound. So by the end of the week, I might have spent like £5, maybe. If that, I might make that my budget. A maximum of £5 on recipe books for the full week. Then I should have 5, because I'll only be doing this for 5 days, because other days I've got other stuff that I need to do. I should have 5 brand new recipe books with loads of more inspiration for my weight loss journey. Does that sound like a good idea to you? It sounded like a good idea to me, particularly if I'm walking to the charity shop and back again. So even if I don't end up with a recipe book, I've still managed to continue working towards my 10,000 steps a day goal. So that's that. That's all I've got for you today, guys. That is that for the week. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, thumbs up would be lovely. Leave any comments, questions, future weekly goals, competitions, whatever like that, in the comments down below. Just give me like some ideas of what I can like focus on in the upcoming weeks. I've got another 1 or 2 ideas for the upcoming weeks, but it would be nice to do like a physical one for 1 week, and then one that's a bit more chill, a bit more lighthearted. I'm going to go and buy some new recipe books. Kind of, it's fun. It's something different to focus on, stuff like that, rather than just let's lose weight, let's do exercise, lose weight. I think it just gets so boring, and it's not a weight loss journey completely. Although weight loss is like a big part of it, it's also wellness, which is keeping everything that's inside here happy at the same time. So yeah, I will see you all next week, guys. Bye.